The Bar Council of India has opposed same-sex marriage. The BCI has requested the Supreme Court to hand over the issue relating to the legalization of same-sex marriages to the legislature. What's also being said by the Bar Council of India is that marriage is a union of a biological man and woman and would be catastrophic to overhaul concepts of marriage by any court. We will be connecting with our legal correspondent to get you more details on this. Ananya Bhatnagar is on the line with us to get us more details. Ananya, can you tell us more about the arguments that the Bar Council of India is making, and can you tell us more about the significance of what the BCI is saying?
Well, this is the apex bar body of the country, the Bar Council of India, and now it has issued a resolution wherein it has said that the issue of same-sex marriages, the legalization of the same-sex marriages should be left, in fact, to the legislature. So basically what they're trying to say is that, when the laws are passed by the legislature, they are very more complex. They are discussed for a very, very long time, and all the stakeholders come into the picture. There is a long consultative process that happens, and then such laws are passed with very, very careful. Because remember that marriages are something that are very, very conceptual since the evident history, and in fact, it has been said that marriages since the very beginning, since the beginning of the history, have been termed as a union of biological man and a biological woman. And it is such a complex, procedure because it also involves a lot of personal laws, and in various religions, it's considered to be a sacrosanct relationship. So that is something that is very, very complex and needs to go through the arm of the legislature, and then only a law should be framed, because there is a consultative process that happens when laws are framed. And that's the reason why, in fact, the Bar Council of India too has said that the Supreme Court should actually stop and let the legislature this particular law, if at all it is needed in the country. That would be a much better step, because a better law could be framed.
But how is this likely to impact the Supreme Court hearing on same-sex marriage?
Well, it's less likely to impact the Supreme Court hearing, because remember that this is not, a conceptual act or something that has been filed as a petition before the topmost court of the country. It's just a resolution that Bar has actually passed. So, though certain kind of lawyers can come up and, file intervention application on behalf of the Bar Council of India in order to assist the court with regards to their views. But at this point of time, since it might not affect a lot on the same-sex hearing. However, the hearing has, got a break. Will not be happening for the next few days, just because various judges who were some of the judges who were on the bench are actually hit with the COVID-19 virus, and that's the reason why, in fact, the bench would not be assembling for the next few days.
Could you also take us through some of the key takeaways that have taken place when it comes to the Supreme Court hearings?
Well, this particular hearing continued for 3 days. Last week, these were the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when actually this matter was heard by the topmost court of the country. And various observations were made. In fact, one of the key observations, which is also inviting a lot of criticism by the general public, is when the Chief Justice of India actually went on to say that, now in the present times, the concept of gender is not restricted to the genitals of a particular person. It's not restricted to a biological man or biological woman, and it's a very, very fluid concept in nature. Apart from that, the Solicitor General of India has clearly given out a stand from the central government that, all of the states need to be heard before some conclusion is reached onto, because it is a matter of seminal importance, a matter where the views of all stakeholders are required. So we'll have to wait and watch when the bench actually resumes hearing the matter pertaining to same-sex marriages. But definitely, at this point of time, the view of the Bar Council of India too has come in, and clearly it has said that the legislature should take its own course.
All right, Ananya, thank you so much for joining us and for giving us all of those details and for providing us with a holistic perspective. Now, with this, we're going to be shifting focus